Did you know that flipping mid-century modern furniture can bring in serious cash? It's one of my favorite styles to flip, and here's why. MCM furniture is from the mid-20th century, roughly the 1940s to the 1960s. It's known for its clean lines, solid wood construction, smooth curves, and that perfect blend of organic and geometric shapes. These classic designs fit beautifully in a lot of modern homes, and that's why they're so popular. I picked up this particular MCM side table for $60. Not a bad find. The structure was solid, but the finish definitely needed some love. I started by sanding the whole piece down. I used my orbital sander for the flat surfaces, a carbide scraper for the detailed areas, and finished it off with some hand sanding to get into all the curved panels. It took a bit of time, but the grain underneath was well worth it. There are a few dark spots on here, including like a cup ring. I put some, I'm going to say salicylic acid, that's not quite the right word, but then what happens is it lightens the area and then you can see the line of demarcation next to it. So I tried that, but what I'm going to do is just do a light wash on the whole thing and try and lighten everything up all at once. Here's how it's looking afterward, almost dry. There's still some wet spots. But for example, the ring is looking much better, and there were one or two just solid dark marks, and those are gone. The other core thing I've learned about using this is to wipe it off thoroughly when you're done. You can see a little bit of the crystals that are still remaining, and then if you try to put any sort of top coat on that, it will not take the finish properly. With everything sanded down, I applied pre-stained wood conditioner across the entire piece to help the stain go on evenly. Once it dried, I went in with one coat of walnut stain to mimic the original tone, but the result wasn't what I anticipated. Here's where things stand. I did my first coat of a walnut stain on this. I haven't done these insets yet. They're already a nice color. I might just put on some Restore finish on those. I'm concerned about all these light spots. Now remember when I said you put that whitening agent on there, if you only did it in spots it would show up. This is what I meant. So I had done a few spots, but certainly not all of these. But then I went back in and I did one on the whole layer and I wiped it down twice, and I'm still seeing these light marks. So I'm crossing my fingers that another layer of stain is going to take care of that, but I'm a little bit nervous at this point. With the first coat of stain dry, I did a light sanding and then hand applied a second coat using a rag. There were still a few minor spots showing through, so I used my furniture paint for some light color correction and topped that with a light spray of shellac. After sanding that down, I applied a third coat, but I didn't end up recording that part. For the sides, I used a restoring oil and then sealed the entire piece with 2 coats of polyurethane. Thankfully, the 3 coats of walnut stain helped cover up the lighter areas, but overall, the piece didn't turn out quite as rich in color as I was hoping. Well, not every flip is a home run, but they all teach you something. My name is Meg, and I show you practical tips for refinishing and flipping furniture. Be sure to hit the follow button for more.